Good afternoon, YouTube. Was out driving in the Rebel this evening and I had a thought. Second one today. I had a thought. A friend of mine is looking for a new Toyota Tundra TRD Pro. He can't find one, at least not around here. You'd think in a city as big as Columbus with the bazillion car dealers we have around, there'd be one. But he can't find one. And I got to thinking, all things equal, if you had your choice between the Toyota Tundra TRD Pro, all these words, or the Ram Rebel, 2 words, much easier. What would you pick? If money wasn't an option, they were both sitting there, which one would you pick? Now, I'm biased, obviously, because I have the Rebel. But from the past, I've had a couple of Toyota Tacomas, and I like the trucks, nothing wrong with them, but they weren't as flashy, as advanced on the inside as some of the other trucks. And I've seen pictures and videos, whatever, of the inside of the TRD Pro. And it seems to me that has carried through to that truck. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just not as flashy or as technologically up to date, advanced, I don't know, as the Rebel. If you've watched any of my other videos, you know that that's important to me. I like technology. I like a new car, especially, to be up to date, to have as much in it as it can. And for the money, you know, a Rebel's not cheap, and neither is a Tundra Pro. You should get all that stuff. I think from an off-road capability stance, they're probably relatively equal. I've seen comparisons between the two, and it kind of goes both ways. Some of them favor the Rebel, some of them favor the Tundra, you know, whatever. So it really comes down to, I suppose, ride, and the Rebel is as smooth as silk, you know. Not sure about the Tundra, although I've heard some issues with sway and body roll or whatever. I don't get that in the Rebel. And appearance. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but the first thing that attracts me to any vehicle is the way it looks, you know, regardless of what it is, a truck, a car, or whatever. Go-kart, I don't know, whatever. And of course, everybody has their own opinion on that. I mean, obviously, we don't all like the same things. So of course, there are people out there who would like the Tundra Pro better, I'm sure, or the Ram Rebel, which is me. So I was curious as to what you guys think. If you had both trucks sitting right beside each other, you could just point at one and take it home. Which one would you pick and why? Why would you pick that truck over the other? Why did I pick the Rebel? Well, the reasons I mentioned earlier. The technology that's in it, the appearance of it, the ride comfort of it, the off-road capability, which I'll never use, but it's there. I thought the air suspension was pretty cool. And it doesn't have the body roll that I've heard the Tundra has. Anyway, please leave a comment. Let me know. Let me know what you'd pick and why. I'd be curious. As usual, I appreciate you guys watching. Please click subscribe if you haven't before. And we'll see you next time on the web. Have a good night. Bye.